You'll be doing this on your own next year, won't you? Good job, my friend. My kids are my best and biggest investment. Man, I love them. Good evening, guys. Welcome to Panguitch. The old New Holland survived the winter. Oh, she had a few leaks. Tires are pumped up. She worked really well dragging and gophering. Now it's been sitting. I did not get my old Massey back up here. I'm not really that sad about it. I've never hooked this tractor onto that Swather before, the old pole behind, but we're about to. If everything will start and fire up. That's not my only option, but the old Challenger, I think it sits 4 or 5 inches lower, which isn't a problem. You just have to adjust the header, but I've got it kind of hooked solid right now, so I'm hoping this is closer. Uh-oh. No juice. Duggo, you drove it last. It's your fault. At least I'm definitely blaming him. I didn't drive it last, but I guess we'll get some jumpers hooked up. That's not how anybody wants to start their day off, dang it. About finish their day off. It's about evening. Jeff is with me, brother-in-law. He's got his little boy with him, and so they're playing tractor guy. Tractors entertain little boys. It's awesome. They want to drive, they want to do it. Manure is getting pretty deep around that feed manger. So that's something really good that those two can do. Just having fun, keeping little boys entertained. I'll let this sit 5 minutes and we'll give her a try. Here goes nothing. Hey. We'll be giving that a little more time. Second try was a charm. Worked perfect. Look at these two just playing around. I guess that's what I'm doing, just in this tractor. There's Jeffrey. That Yahoo, he is pretty good help. It was getting deep around here. Woo! Why he comes and hangs out and helps me farm, I'll never know. But I'm very grateful for a cracker brother like he is. So on the old Massey, we only have 2 hydraulics. Now we've got 4. So this third one is for the header angle. So I would plug it in, just get it set where I want it, unplug it, and it's just there. I need to take the ram off and just put a twisty jack in it. So it's just manual and it's set, but now with this tractor, we could plug it in and adjust that if we wanted to. Options we never had. The only thing that I'm remembering from baling hay last year that's got me nervous is it seems like the tires are narrow enough. I was barely missing the windrow. Like I was driving on hay one way or the other. So I'm thinking, what if we swapped sides with the rims and just set it on that side and bring this side over here, because they're dished in, so if we trade sides they would be dished out, right? I don't know how much more. I should have the wheels straight. When the wheels are straight, the front's definitely narrower. That might move it a foot on each side. That'd probably be way too much. I don't know. What are some other options? Could we take the bolts out, twist it, and just put it on the inside? That'd gain us 2 or 3 inches. Could a guy do that to gain a few inches? That might be a 1.5 feet on each side, might be excessive, but a couple inches, we would all do something to gain a couple inches at some point. Let me know in the comments if that's the best thing to do, or just swap sides and make the front giant. Of course, 1.25 inch bolts. I only brought sockets up to 1 inch. And the pin for this is way bigger than the pin for the old Swather. And I cut that pin off because it was hanging down on the bottom, which was snagging hay when you was running windrows over, cutting the next swath. If it was longer, it would just go through everything and be fine. Now I'm probably gonna have to call neighbor Nick up, say, hey, I need a socket. Everything's hooked up. I don't want to take the jack off yet till that pin's in and it's lined up. We can raise it, change knives, everything except that. The sun's behind the clouds. It looks almost dark, but just hiding behind a cloud here. If we can get 8 acres cut tonight real quick, then we can go home. And next week, then we'll start laying some real hay over. But the trit's ready. It was ready a while ago, but finally have time to get to it. So let's go hope everything works for the first time. I forgot to tie these hoses in. Stupid cows ate my hay strings off. Let's see if those electrical wires will hold for a minute. Golly. It's kind of redneck, not gonna lie. So just a disclaimer, we never watered this in a major drought and we didn't have enough water. So the teeny bit of winter moisture we got, but mostly the rains got us through to where it's a half decent crop. It's not great, you can tell how dry it is. Dust is just cranking off of it. A couple of these corners are pretty decent. It's thick and green. We are going 23, 24 miles an hour. This new tractor's fast. It's got enough power. The super steer turns pretty sharp on the corners. It's pretty dang nice, not gonna lie. We could lay a lot of hay down in a day with this thing. Just finished the field. It's not even dark yet. A few decent windrows, but just a dry year, just a drought. Okay. I'm a pretty slow learner, but I do learn. That's kilometers, not mile per hour. After a few laps, you get comfortable, you settle in, you're like, this is not 20 miles an hour. 10, 12, I don't know how fast we're going. If I bumped it up 3 gears, it felt like 20 miles an hour. This tractor has a ton of hydraulic flow. When I bump these, it just launches. I used to think that was a big pull behind header, but in this tractor, it feels like I'm gonna rip it in half with the hydraulics because it's just slamming around. I've got to figure out how to turn those down. Maybe you can't. If I just barely push them, it does fine, but if I forget and hit it, whoa boy. I probably turned the PTO off 5 or 6 times just bumping it. So we've learned that. I'm gonna move that hose. Jeff, he's a real farmer. Over to Bicknell. Those guys were smart, stored their water, and they farm 3 times the acres we do. So he comes over here and he just laughs at us puny little farmers because he does way more. They've got 2 round balers. They're just cranking hay out. But you know what, Jeff? We're glad to have what we have, so quit making fun of us. We'll see you guys in a couple of days with a rake and possibly a baler. Good morning, guys. It's hay time. It's past hay time, but it's when we can get to it. Got the pivot laid down, and now it's these lower fields' turn. For the little bit of water we've put on them, the rains have sure saved us this year. Check this out. It's been stressed. Pollen's all coming out. But we're gonna have a little tonnage. Our cows we'll have something to eat this winter. We'll be able to feed some beef out, have some beef. What a blessing. You may be wondering why I went one way the first time and then turned around to go the other way. Well, the controls are right here. And so when you're on this side, trying to reach over, but look, you're twisting your neck, it's hard. You're grabbing the wrong levers, but comfy on the right side. You can see everything good. So we opened it looking on the right, but then you swing it to the other side, so you turn around. These long straight fields, man, they're cutting way faster. It's an 18 speed, so I got into 15th gear, downhill. The thick stuff at the bottom, I slowed down to 14. I can't remember the kilometers, was 30 or 35 kilometers. I'll have to look at my pickup on the way home and see about how fast that is. But this is a good start. All right, we're in 10. Sorry, there was just nowhere to set you guys down. Already missing. Hey, I need 3 hands. All right. "30 kilometers, and I already missed hay. It's just hard. If I could set you guys right there. This tractor's small for everybody that's in here. Not a lot of room once things get going fast. We had a bad gopher problem down here. Doug, you pretty well took care of that. He did the gopher in this spring. Dang buggers. I've got 3 passes left right where the wheel line is. But I'm just gonna keep cutting. Doug ran to town to get a few things I forgot. Go check some cows. So I'll just keep cutting, then he can come move all the wheel lines. It's 12 o'clock. I don't even remember when I started. I believe it was like 10. Couple hours to cut 18 acres. Definitely getting the rhythm and the feel of things. I'll spend the rest of today getting this hay cut and laid down. And Monday we'll be back to start baling. And we'll just pray everything works good. Have you guys ever been out in the field just planning on working till dark by yourself, and you look across the field and see 2 little boys coming at you? I had no idea they were coming to hang out with me today, so this is a great surprise. I'll clean my seat off. They can sit on the floor. Hopefully they brought me lunch. Everyone that has kids, I hope you're as excited as I am about seeing my family when they show up. For those that can't, I'm sorry, because my kids are my best and biggest investment. Man, I love them. So my heart's broke for you guys that don't have kids. So let's see what they're doing. Looks like they're chasing bugs, waiting on me. Just normal operating temperature. 90, 100 degrees Celsius. Stopped to get my boys. What the heck happened, Nate?
I don't know, we blew something.
It was boiling antifreeze. Still is. Once we can get the hood open and check on it, we'll see what we blew. Dang it. Things were going too smooth anyways. Sensor in the top of the overflow tank. It was getting hot yesterday and boiling water out, so I changed the radiator cap. I don't know if it's too high a pressure. Hopefully we didn't lose too much coolant. If we're getting hot, then we'll stop and add some water back in it. But we're gonna send it. Right, boys?
Yeah.
Yeah. A burger from Henry's for lunch, that's the best. Boys are headed out of here. So awesome seeing them. Sure makes the days go by a lot quicker. See your family. So I love you guys. I'm just cutting along, just knocking fields out. And I noticed, like, what the heck is that? So the next lap I come back, I thought it was coyote or had killed something. I just saw a brown blob and I was like, what the heck? Like maggots. I thought it was something dead with maggots. Definitely not. These have wings and they sting. These ground bees were not there last year. They're flying all around the tractor. They're mad at me. Golly, it looks like someone just scraped off a beehive, dumped a bunch of bees right there. Must be a hole underneath. Those must be ground bees. I don't know. If anybody needs some bees, those may get bailed up. We'll send you the bale. As long as they're dead, not flying around it and stuff, but weird. Well, here we are. You know that feeling when you're so glad to be done cutting hay, but you're like, crap, we're done. I wish there was more to cut. Window's dirty. Probably hard to tell, but all the hay's laying down. We're gonna unhook, get hooked on the baler. So come Monday morning, can just be hooked up, ready to go and start baling away. Oh, I'm tired, ready to go home. Let's get this switched. That is a good sight right there. Swather parked, baler hooked on, mostly hooked up. Hoses and electrical I can do early in the morning. Get ready to grease everything. I got to throw a little fuel in the old girl. She was thirsty. Used half a tank today, almost a half a tank the other day. So one full tank of fuel to cut everything's not too shabby. One little mishap with coolant, but we got that fixed. The old New Holland, she has been a good tractor so far. Down to town, our 3x3 sat all winter, and I just hooked on, went to baling. Wanted to go baling, nothing worked. Had struggles, so I'm hoping I can just hook on, and this one's better, because all the bad luck ran out on our small baler, I hope. But we will find out shortly. Morning, guys. We're all hooked up, greased. A little late going. But Doug made up for it. He didn't sleep last night. He got most everything raked. So off to baling we go. I got her all hooked up. It spins around. Let's see if it makes pressure. See if it'll tie a knot. See if we can make some hay today. Edges are raked and under the pivot. If we can get that baled, then we can move the pivot, because we can't really bale where it's at yet. So far, the old baler is working perfect. This is an old fence line south from the pivot. It was never plowed, never harvested, and it is clear full of thistles. So I baled until the knotter stripped, until the bale tied, And now I'm heading straight down this windrow so that we can get all these thistles in one bale and set it aside. Either burn it, probably just feed it right here. Because this thistle's everywhere. It's around the pond, it's down the pond dikes, it's throughout sections of the other fields. It's native to this area, so we can feed it here and we won't be bringing in a new species. If we used to haul this hay down to town and feed it and scatter seeds, then we'd just be creating a problem worse than we have. We spit 2 bales out. Hopefully there's a bale in the middle of this row. We'll get it, and wherever the next one lands, and that should be them. Should be cleaned up. Doug's stacking hay for us, and once he gets that stacked, we'll move the pivot, because right now we could rake it, but you can't get clear through these little swaths, so it's hard to rake. So now that we're cleaned up, we'll move the pivot back, and then it's just riding the old tractor seat all day long. I hope my family surprises me again like last time. I'll bet they don't. They're walking pigs and show steers this morning, taking care of their fair animals. We shortened these bales so Nick could shove them in a container. Last year they squoze. He got them in there, but they were dang tight. So I dropped it 1 hole. I forgot my tape measure. If that's a 12-inch shoe, 6, 7, should be under 8 anyways. So hopefully those fit in your container, Nick. Running about 1200. It's getting a little warmer. Morning dew's gone. We're gonna bump that up a little bit. The old girl, she is just bailing away. Why there's not a handle on these side doors? That's so annoying. So we're on manual mode because nothing on the display works. We'll go fire it up. Hopefully that just bumped it up to around 1250. We'll see where it comes up to, and we'll just keep on baling. Doug's got everything raked except the middle. These lower fields, he's got that field still. It's showing rain for Wednesday. Today's Monday, so if we can get mostly baled today, it'd be nice to finish baling tomorrow morning and haul all day tomorrow. And with any luck, it's under a tarp before it rains Wednesday. Hopefully it just rains Wednesday, whether we're ready or not. Well, I've done it now. Broke the first shear bolt. Turned around down here, and the rake just pulled a glob. Wasn't even the rake's fault. It was my fault. It was just a lot of hay at once, and I didn't slow down, and it all hit it. It'll teach you. It'll remind you every time. If you don't do it at once, it will break a shear bolt. Let's dig this dang thing out and change it. There's the top half and the bottom half. Those look like just broken ones. Jerky. Oh yeah. Is that the right bolt? That's gotta be it. That is it. I'll have to put that back on. Oh, come on. Right there. With any luck, we can just turn the PTO on and it will digest that. But odds are it's just gonna break it again if I don't dig it out. So what are we gonna do? We're gonna try to do it without digging it out. So we're gonna rev it up a little. We're gonna watch. Whew. It was not happy about it, but it did it. Ow. Did you just see me nail my head? Golly. That'll teach me to go slow. I guess we'll pay more attention now. Well, that's a wrap for today. I don't know if you guys can see, we got most of the end swaths baled, so we can pack the hay that lands at the end of the windrow out of the way. Half the pivot and the trick under the pond. Got the other half of the pivot, 4 bottom fills. It is scorching hot, and since Doug was up all night, we're gonna take him home so he can sleep. He's old and likes to sleep. This tractor's thirsty. We'll get him fueled up, and we'll be back evening time, and we'll keep on baling away. Hopefully get finished tonight. My dad, he's been working on some gates for Woods Ranch, headed up Highway 14. Clayton put an archway in and he built the sign on top, and now he's building the gates today, taking them to powder coat in the morning, and then he's gonna come help me. So I brought his truck, because once he gets to St. George, he's just gonna come up the freeway. Brought the hay forks, we got a hay tarp. You ready to bale some hay?
Yeah.
This boy doesn't know it yet, but he's gonna drive all night. He's gonna learn how to bale. Tomorrow's Tuesday, and it's already trying to rain right now. So I'll bet tomorrow we get some rain. So if we could get all baled tonight and in the morning, that would be mint. All right, so we got it kicked in. Pick up straw down. We want to get it up to about 2,000, and then we'll go for it. You gotta watch the pressure on the baler and watch the knotter buttons. Make sure one doesn't pop so you know you broke a string or something. If you feel the plunger hitting hard, every time it plunges, you can watch the RPMs drop. Boom, boom. So I had the pressure cranked because it was hot. It was the middle of the day. And now that it's trying to rain and it's cool, there's moisture in the air and it's packing the hay pretty good. So we'll probably get out, turn the pressure down just a little bit. That's what sucks about not having a monitor that works. You can't just bump it down. Have to get out and do it. Old school, do it from the fill, from the seat of your pants, or from a broken shear bolt. That'll definitely tell you. So we'll go down, we'll clean this corner up, and then we'll start circling, and then we'll jump to this lower field and go straight on that. Think you can do this?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I can. Good thing about Panguitch is the wind never blows. That swath right there just blew all the hay. It's all between the windrows. So we'll have to clean that up tomorrow and we can see what we're doing. That was not like that when we left. We bumped the pressure down to 1200, and you can tell the RPMs are almost dropping 100, about half what it was. It's not hitting near as hard, it's feeling better. So we're gonna run with this for an hour until it starts hitting hard again, and we'll just keep turning it down the more dew sets in. Having fun?
Yeah.
We got a few laps to make tonight, don't we? Okay, it's a little drier and fluffier right here, so let's shift it up. And then when it gets thicker right down here, it'll shift back down. Okay? So that's what you gotta look for. Getting a little sideways, we need to scoot over. Looks like we got a broken string on that bell. When we circle back by it, I think there's an orange one and a yellow one. I think it just changed spools of twine. Hopefully this one ties. SJ ran to grab my phone. I left it in the truck, which I don't need it, but I may need it. So while we was close, we kicked him out. Nate's driving. Just keep it centered, bud. Just stay right over that windrow. It's bailing pretty good in 8th gear, 9 if it's a little thinner, 7 when we hit the big stuff, we shift her down. There's moisture in the air with the clouds, it's raining on the mountains. It's pretty good bailing weather, honestly. I still didn't bring a tape measure. I hope they fit Nick's container. We got some super long bells. The bolt broke on our bell length adjuster. I didn't catch it till like 4, almost double bells. 16, 14 foot bells. We're gonna have to cut them tomorrow and rebell them. But we got that fixed. I think I got it set back at the same length. So where the wind's blowing this, let's chase the wind. We'll circle it and then circle back. You'll be doing this on your own next year, won't you? Good job, my friend. Nate, he had his turn. SJ, to get out of my seat, he took over. So he is Captain SJ driving us away here. Keep us centered, but I know you can't see the baler pickups. I can look both ways, and the baler says we need to scoot over this way a little bit. Everything's going good. The bells look nice. Knotters are working good. The bells look tight. They're square. They're uniform. So we'll just stay with the pressure where we're at. Good job chasing the wind. Now come back. Good job. Back a little more. Scoot over. There you go. Well guys, this is me at 4:42 a.m. Almost made it all night. I broke 2 shear bolts, and that was my own fault for hitting clumps on corners, turning around, going too fast. Otherwise, the old girl has been excellent. No problemos. So boys are asleep in the truck for a few hours now. They gave it up. I'm gonna go join them. The dew's getting way thick. So we'll catch you guys next time. The next video, we will stack some hay, haul some hay out of the field, stack it and tarp it, and let it rain Wednesday. So thank you guys, and we'll catch you next time.